This demonstration will be looking at Overton as a citation tool. Starting at the home page with policy documents, we can add a search term. Let's say that this is my area of research, and search our policy documents. Now, as we're looking at this as for a citation tool rather than a research and discovery tool, we just want to narrow things down a little bit more. So maybe I'm only interested in policy documents which cite or mention my institution as well. So I can select that, and at the moment that's the University of Arizona. So we'll select that. And then we can sort this by citations, so excluding or including the same source. And you can see we've got quite a lot of results here. You can also narrow things down to the sources as well, the source of the policy document. So if I was looking at policy documents where my work has been cited and I want a particular source, let's say I want to see how many of my citations come from the World Health Organization, how many of them come from the United Nations, I could select that key source and find out that number quite easily using the filters on the left-hand side. I could also do the same for Sustainable Development Goals, for particular funders as well. So if my work was funded by multiple funders and some of them were more highly cited than others, that could inform my research strategy going forward as well. But if we scroll up and have a little bit more information and explore things a little bit more, you can see that at the top we've got the option to see report. So if I was looking at the policy influence of University of Arizona work that involves climate change and health inequalities, I can click on see report, and I can see the document count is quite high, and the policy documents come from 118 different sources. So that's quite a wide spread. A lot of them are from IGOs, so international intergovernmental organizations. And then the next highest is the USA, and that makes relatively good sense. I can see the publication years. So this particular topic hit a peak in 2018, but policy documents still citing the University of Arizona in terms of climate change and health inequalities have maintained a relatively steady presence in the last couple of years. So that is interesting as well in terms of where I want to focus my effort in research. You've also got the funders of the cited research. That may help when informing you on grant applications or which avenue to explore a little bit further. You've got which journals are being cited the most highly. That can inform your research strategy and where to publish. So you can see the American Journal of Public Health is quite high up on the list there. And we've got sources as well. So you've got everything from the World Health Organization to state level, state of California and state of Washington as well. And you've got the policy topics as well. So there's lots of information that you can gain just from a simple report into a search term and your affiliation of university. You've also got the SDG categories here at the bottom as well. So lots of information that you can explore and get a little bit of insight into where your research is making an impact and what kind of policies it is influencing or is being used in. You can save the report, you can export it so you can share it to people outside of your Overton subscription or across institutions, and you can export the underlying documents as well to Excel, and you can see them in Overton as a platform as well. So if we nip back to our policy documents search, our results list. Now this is a very simple term and it's very broad, so I'm looking at anything connected to the University of Arizona. I can filter things down even further if I wanted to, but let's explore a particular policy document first, just to have an insight into what they look like in a bit more detail. So you just click on the title. And this is a mammoth review, really, the Marmot Review 10 years on, a review based in England, but has clearly cited research from the University of Arizona, among many, many others. You can see there's a long list here. You've got 191 policy documents that cite this document. So clearly this is a base point to jump off for a lot of other policy documents. And it has taken into account 80 different scholarly articles which have fed into this research. So it's a big, influential policy document if it's been cited by 191 other policy documents. Now, if we scroll down, the highlighted reference is our particular author, so it highlights the University of Arizona author here, and we can see that they've been cited, their scholarly article has been cited in this policy document. So a scholarly article is marked by a blue bar and a policy document is marked by a red bar. And we can explore the cited scholarly articles or explore the cited policy documents here. But that's really daisy chaining from one policy document to another rather than looking at my particular citations. But you are able to map out and really see how policy documents and scholarly articles talk to each other, how many of them feed into each other and have a web of research. So if we scroll back up, if you want to read this document, you can download the PDF or you can nip onto the policy source website itself. You can tag the document to come back later to it and export the document to an RIS file as well. So plenty of ways to save it and come back to it later and explore. Maybe you just want to explore the policy documents. Maybe you want to explore the academic research underneath it. So, in terms of a citation tool, that's really all I want to go through on policy documents. On that actual tab, we can explore others in a little bit more detail. So, if we want to search the People tab, you can see authors from the University of Arizona who have been frequently cited or mentioned by name. Maybe we'll just do that as a shortcut. So there are lots of authors there, so we'll narrow things down to from the United States, and we'll go for in the past 2 years. So we've got still almost 3,000 authors. What you can do is search specific people, if you're just looking for one person, or you can enter a list of names. So this is really useful if you want to look at the overall policy influence of a research group. Maybe you've got 10 researchers and academics who work together and publish, and they're looking at a specific aim or a goal. You can enter the names there and search for them. But let's pretend we're doing that and create a research group. So we will select some environment people. So we'll go for Diana here, Megan and Riley and Robert. So I can select the people I want to have a look at and explore the documents citing the selected people, or I can see the relevant scholarly articles by this selected people. So let's go for policy documents first. So there are 282 policy documents citing the work of those selected people. That's quite a lot of policy documents. We can explore those in further detail. We can see a similar report to those as well. And if we're scrolling down, we can see quite a lot of them are very recent. So we've got November, it's December at the moment when I'm recording this, so very recent indeed. And they are really from all over the place. a wide geographical spread. So a lot of IGOs there as well, and publications. So lots of information there. If we go back and select those people again, Riley and Robert, we can see the relevant scholarly articles by those selected people. So there are 26 results there. So the work that they've done fed into a much higher amount of policy documents. So if we scroll down here, we can see, let's take this one for example, this scholarly article has been cited by 14 different policy documents. And then this one here has been cited by 15 of them. So we can explore these a little bit more. And it gives us each page where the article has been cited.
So that is a quick glance into using Overton as a citation tool. If you'd like to get in touch with us to learn any more, please email us on support@overton.io. Thank you very much.